Well, I tested positive for the virus. Yay. I just wanted to let you know my experience with it, kind of go over a timeline with my symptoms, the test and the procedure, housekeeping things I had to do, calls, precautions, treatments that I did, and also wanted to ask you guys some questions too. So, I tested positive on Sunday, but I first started showing symptoms on Thursday. That began with just a little stuffy nose, a little bit of nausea, but nothing really to shake a stick at, as they say. Friday, my symptoms started to get a little worse, but the same symptoms, still stuffy nose, a little nausea. And I went ahead and took a pregnancy test too, because I've only ever been nauseous when I've been pregnant, and well, it was possible. So took a test, it was negative. Saturday, same thing, but I started to lose my taste, my sense of taste. So I really was kind of like, ooh, maybe I need to get a test. So Sunday, I made an appointment, and let me tell you, that was in itself an ordeal. By some miracle, I was able to get an appointment, so that was fun, filling out all the paperwork and rushing over there. The lady called me on the way, getting my information. I'm driving, and like, I don't know where I'm going, and I made it. I was safe. I'm good. So I walk in there, and there's a barricade or a barrier, clear plastic, and the lady's, you know, she's got this little tray, and she gives me all my stuff in there, the testing kit basically, and then she kind of like reaches around. She's like, I need your forehead so I can take your temperature. So she like shoots me with her little temperature taker, and then she's like, I need your finger so I can take your pulse ox. So I'm reaching my hand around, and I'm just thinking the whole time. So I grab the testing kit, and she's like, okay, just swirl it up around your nose for 15 seconds. You might feel a little discomfort, your eyes might start to water, and I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go. So I jam it up there, and I'm like swirling it around, and I'm like, okay. She's like, 15 seconds, and I'm like, And then she's like, okay, good job. Now do the other nostril, and I'm like, oh, yeah, the other nostril. And I'm like squeezing my eyes closed, and they're starting to water, and it's just, yeah. So she called me, it was positive. Monday, I did okay. It's now Thursday, so it's been a full week since I started my symptoms. Monday was okay. It's just I noticed whenever I moved around a lot, did a lot of jostling, which of course any mom knows you do when you have young children. I felt sick, almost like vertigo, so that was interesting. So the clinic people, they called me. Of course, they wanted me to start 2-week quarantine. Thank goodness for grocery pickup. And she told me to stay hydrated. So water, which I already drink lots of water, so that really wasn't a big deal. I added some coconut water too to help replenish electrolytes. She told me to have a high protein diet, and of course if I had any shortness of breath to head to the ER, which I work in healthcare, so I kind of know the signs and symptoms if anything's progressing to a more serious state. But you know, the thing I don't understand is it's a respiratory virus, and I had all this nausea. So how does that connect? I don't understand. I need to do more research on that, I guess. So there's a lot of things you have to take into consideration when you have a positive test. You got to make a lot of phone calls. I had to call my boss, and then I had to email. I was interviewing for a job. I had to let them know what was going on, and then I had to let my brother-in-law, who came and visited Friday, I had to let him know he's okay, hadn't contracted anything, thank goodness. Saturday, my parents came over. I had to let them know they haven't contracted anything. So it was just like, okay, all these things kind of like piled in that you have to take care of. The health department called me, and they said I need to quarantine for 10 days past my first symptoms. So Thursday plus 10 days. So here I am being quarantined. Hadn't been that bad. It's really not that different from my usual life. The thing for me that's been the most annoying is loss of sense of taste, but that's slowly coming back. It is now Thursday, 1 week out from testing positive, and I think I'm pretty much back to normal. I've had a couple of bouts of nausea, but it kind of comes in a little wave and then it's gone, and then I wouldn't even have known that I was sick. So I wanted to tell you about treatments that I found to be helpful for me. Of course, first and foremost is making sure you're taking it easy, getting a lot of rest, which I know can be hard for some of us who are just like go, 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 but I wanted to make sure and take this seriously, really get in front of this, I guess, and let my body heal. And then of course, to help my body do all these things, I want to do high protein diet, like the clinic lady who called said she recommended doing that. So I've been doing eggs. The next day I'll do Greek yogurt, kind of granola, Greek yogurt, parfait, granola, add some fruit, flax, honey, a little bit of pecan. And then for lunch, I'll do a shake, or a salad. But the shake, that has almond milk, some greens, either fresh greens like spinach or mixed greens, or I'll do a powder if I run out of that. A peanut butter or an almond butter to help with the protein. And then grass-fed butter, coconut oil, turmeric with a little bit of pepper, some cinnamon for inflammation, and then chia, flax, hemp seeds, honey, and of course a little bit of fruit to help fiber. Or I'll do my big salad is what I call it, and that is really just, I pile on a big bed of greens, either spinach or mixed greens, or both, just basically a big pile of that, and carrots or cucumbers or bell peppers or strawberries or raspberries, just, you know, whatever I have on hand. So I found an article saying that vitamin D and vitamin C can help your battle. Now, I'm not recommending that you take everything that I took, but this is just what worked for me and was approved by my healthcare provider. Of course, I'm not a healthcare provider. Talk to your doctor, talk to your healthcare provider before you start any treatment. Make sure it's good to go with your health and your systems. I don't have any other health conditions or underlying things. Well, I mean, I have like plantar fasciitis, but I mean, I don't have, you know, diabetes or hypertension or anything like that going on, so I don't have to take that into consideration. The big one they're recommending these days is vitamin C. So these are 1,000 milligrams. I've been taking about 4 of these a day just to really make sure I'm knocking this thing out. I wouldn't recommend taking all of that every day because that's going to be really expensive urine that you're making because you'll just pee out all the stuff you don't need. But when you're sick, definitely taking that. This is a probiotic. It's by Plexus. You don't have to take a probiotic, but I find that it's helpful to kind of help your body digest and get rid of stuff you don't need. And then I have some zinc that I've been taking. This is 50 milligrams, but I've been taking 2. And then the last thing is vitamin D. I've been taking drops of vitamin D. There's 5,000 units per drop. So where did I get this virus? You know, I don't really know. I work in healthcare. I'm in and out of the hospital all the time. And yet, when I took my holiday break for, you know, Christmas, New Year's, I wasn't in the hospital. And that's when I contracted it. So it really hadn't been that bad for me. I'm very thankful for that. I know a lot of people have suffered and died from this. So I'm very thankful that I'm okay. I like to think my healthy lifestyle has helped me with that, but we just don't know. There's so many things going on with this thing. We just don't know. So what about you? Did you contract this virus? Did you take it? Was it mild for you like it was for me, or was it more serious? Thanks for listening to my experience with this virus. Let me know how it was for you. I wish you all wellness. If you found this video helpful, or if it made you feel less alone, just hit that like button. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for checking me out. I wish you all health. I wish you all health and wellness. Thank you for joining me. I wish you all health. having me.